This is what's really got me intrigued, though, is this one right here. You see the two sticks sticking up, and you see the roof's intact, and you see it there behind that boulder that's fallen. But I'm looking at it, I don't see how you're gonna get there. It's an edge right there, and there's no way right there. There's a big gap between that structure and there. Just to give you a sense of the how steep it is here. So we don't want to be making any mistakes. But I sure would like to figure out how to get there. As we get close to the top, we'll see more. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Oof, just about stepped on him. Just to give you a sense of how long he is. Man, he's pretty good size. In the heart of a remote Utah canyon, I stumbled upon a series of ancient cliff dwellings. But one stood apart, its roof still intact, a rare sight, untouched for centuries. But it was perched on the far side of an 800-foot drop, straight down to the valley floor. Could it be reached? Join me as I navigate towering cliffs, crawl along razor-thin ledges, and push deeper into history to uncover the secrets of this incredible sight. Hey, Rugged Road Explorers, how you guys doing today? So I am out in a new area. You can see my truck campers there behind me. I found this canyon that was pretty much off the beaten trail, and I just kind of followed cow trails to get here and kind of had to beat the bush, kind of beat up my camper a little bit, but it was worth getting out here. I found a beautiful place on the Slick Rock to camp. And So we're gonna head out, and I'm gonna see what's here because I haven't even checked this area out. I did a little bit of scoping on Google Earth, but it doesn't really show anything. It doesn't show cliff ruins too well because of the distortion. So we're gonna head over, try to find a way down, and see what we find. Should be pretty exciting. All right, here's our first look into the canyon. Wow, look down there. Oh man. Wonder if there's anything under us. And just found a little friend here. So I just found this little snake here. Some people believe that these are the protectors of these sites. I'm not gonna mess with him. Just passing through, buddy. Just watching that little snake. And I think I can get down right through here. So he's shown me the way. And we'll head down there. Start moving around this base. Pretty neat area. I wonder if there's anything over there. That little snake showed me the way. That's better. All right, we are down. Yes. We're gonna head back. We're gonna head this way. All right. So here we go. And we're gonna start moving towards some dwellings, which are straight ahead. That I saw with my binoculars. And right on the edge of a 1,000-foot cliff. So 1,000-year-old ruins on a 1,000-foot cliff. There you go. All right. All right. Here we are. So this is our first dwelling on this cliff face. Man, look at that drop off. Whoa. Oh man, and look how it's sloped. Yeah, we're gonna be careful. But I'm surprised they didn't build it up against the face of the cliff, but I guess they had their reason. So look at this. There's a hole right here. Interesting. And it's square too. And it doesn't appear to be a drainage. Must have been some kind of storage thing maybe. Not sure. That's the first I've seen of that. I've seen some where they've done it and it drains out the front. But I haven't seen this. That's interesting. You know, it's funny. I get a lot of questions of, okay, where did they use the bathroom while they're up there? And I don't know. I mean, I would think that their outhouses would be at in other areas. So this was probably a regular dwelling. Too bad it's all collapsed down the front. But at least we are seeing something, and now we're gonna take it a little bit slower and start moving along the edge here and see what else we come up with. Oh, hey, look at that. All right, that is cool. Look, there's still a log on top of that. Oops. Just scanning this really quickly for any petroglyphs they might have left. That's super cool. Look at that. Look at that. That's super cool. You've got this log on the back there, probably part of the roof structure when there was a roof. You can see in the mud here, they've put the little rocks, and that helps bind everything together and make it stronger, which is why this thing's been standing for so long. Even though it is kind of exposed to the weather, it's still done remarkably well. This was all, I don't know if it was part of the roof structure. Pretty neat. So we have two like family dwelling areas here so far. That's pretty cool. We got this area behind it here. Got a nice flat area. Huh. And this looks like it dropped down from the ceiling. Same here. Those are collapsing down. Unfortunately, those will fall onto the dwellings and do irreparable damage. So let me move down here. Let me watch where I'm going though. So we have this one here and that one right over there that we just saw. So let's move on. I wanted to point this out because I saw it as we were going. You see these timbers underneath this tree? Those are old timbers. So they were brought down here for something. And you see these pile of rocks like this. I mean, when I see something like this, yeah, I was like, when I see something like this, I think it used to be a structure, and then boom, right here, look at this. This looks like where the door used to be, and we've got a hole in it down here. Looks like a lot of rock has fallen. It's hard to see if there's anything in the bottom here because there's so much loose rock that has fallen. Wow, so that's pretty neat. And again, we're having these old logs here. Well, you got something right up there. And this hole, what? Let's move around to the other side. Look at this. Wow. And this is all filled in and washed in, looks like from water. So maybe it encompassed this empty space behind it. Yeah, you can see that's solid wall there. And yeah, look how they look how they built that up on that angle like that. So that it's level on top. Pretty amazing. You know, I see up there, I see a log across that, and it almost looks like they've stacked stones. Yes, they have. If you look, let's see if we can zoom in. If you look, you see the stacked rocks. I bet this is a way up through that hole. I don't know if my thick body can get up through there, but I bet they could. Yeah, from here you can see those stacked rocks even better. And you can see it goes right up. So you can see the gap up there, and I see a log through there too. So probably help use that as support to get up. Very neat. They usually had multiple ways to get up and down from these sites, and it's pretty cool when you come across them like that. So we just came from up here around this boulder and up here, and then right in that gap there is where I saw that they had a way to get up top. Oh, this is neat. Oh boy. Look at this. Huh. And we've got a lot of logs down here. These were all part of the roof structure, I'm sure, down there. Man, you've got rocks stacked up here. So I'm assuming that this fell. Oh man, I just heard an echo. I don't want to disturb with my voice too much. But look at all the space behind this. And look how smooth the mud is on the back here, where they really finish it. So this looks like it had a little window here, and a little window here, maybe a door, maybe even a doorway. But that looks sealed. I want to be real careful around all this loose rock. So all this looks like it's fallen in. And on the other side over there was that way up. And it looks like, that looks like pottery to me right there. Oh, let's see if we can get down there to it. Yeah, that's a piece of pottery right there. So this is looking at it as I'm climbing out. Huh. Going over there, guys. There's a gap. You see where the gap is there? I don't know if I can get across that. We're gonna try, because behind that big boulder right there, there's an intact dwelling that's still got the roof on it. I saw it when I was up above. So that's what we'd like to get to. I don't know if I can get across that. Well, it'll probably be a crawl, but we'll see. All right. We're just moving along this edge here. And here's where it really starts getting steep and dropping off. But I'm just kind of looking up here to see if there was a way up that they had, and I really can't tell. Maybe, I don't know. But let's head this way. Look at that. All right, getting ready to go look at these ruins that are right behind me, and I'll move along this cliff face here. So we're going to be nice and slow and nice and careful so that we don't have any accidents, because it is a long way down. So, hey, if you're enjoying this content, throw up a thumbs up. It really helps me out with the algorithm and lets me know that you guys appreciate what we're doing out here. Thanks for coming along. It makes these journeys so much more exciting knowing that you guys are here along with me, in spirit at least. Hey guys, hopefully I'll be able to filter out the wind that's blowing through here, but let's take a look at our first dwelling here. And we got a entryway right here. And then it looks like there's a second one right here, which is interesting. See, they built all the way up to the top. And then we have the second, oh, and there's a third one right here all together. So this one does have a way in right over here, but we're going to stick this in and take a look and see what's in here like this so you guys can see it. And then we've got another one. Well, you had another one here. And then we've got another one there. Holy smokes. Look how they built this up to make it level. And that looks like, you see the big flat thing there? That was probably the door. Very, very neat. Wow, this is pretty extensive. I haven't seen this many dwellings this close together like this. And then you have another one here. And that would have been the doorway. What we're seeing in the front part of it looks like it's all collapsed away because you can see how flat it is. Let me get you the angle here. You can see how flat it is. So that was most likely the doorway there. Boy, you can see that. Very neat. And then we have this structure right up here. We'll go take a look at that in a second. All right. If I were to guess, I would think this was some kind of a defensive structure to keep people out of what's on the other side of this. Looks like this was the doorway. Again, you can see how smooth it is right there. And this part seems to have collapsed down, unfortunately. Oh boy, look how thick that wall is. So this is this is the gap I'm talking about with the drop off. Let's go a little bit further. Look at that. Question is are we going to be able to get over this, and is it worth it? So I'm going to put the camera down, and we're going to see if we can get over there. You can see the drop down there. And there's not. Wait a minute. Ah, shoot. Well, so here we are in this tunnel, and that's where we want to get, but that's the drop off. So I'd have to put myself out on the edge to climb up and over there, and I don't know if it's worth it. I was hoping there would be a way around the back of it. You can see, man, it's a drop off. Oh, that's too bad. All right, don't worry, don't give up. We're gonna try to get in from the other side. Oh man. Yeah, that's just really, really sketchy there. And then the problem is you've got these boulders that are out, and I'd have to come underneath and try to get up on that smooth boulder there. And that's just, I don't see that happening. Man, and they had that built up nicely there. Very neat. All right, let's figure out another way to get over there. I didn't make it this time, but I'll be back. For now, these cliffs hold more secrets waiting to be explored. And in these silent canyons, there's always another story hidden in the cliffs. So this was the gap. I crawled all the way to there, tried to find a way across, couldn't. You can see they've got it fortified on the other side. They probably had some kind of planking system going across. And again, they have, stone wall built up there. And man, behind that boulder right there's a building with a roof still on it. And you can see the timbers on top of it. I was anxious to get there, but we won't today. Boy, We're still on the very edge here, so we're going to keep working our way back and look for another way down. All right. So, yeah, let's work our way back. You can see you got this great overhang that protects them too. Hey, look at this. Haha, I knew it. Look at these. Look at these right here in front of you. So this was definitely where people lived. Um, and you can see where the grinding stones have ground these marks into the rock here. See, and I missed these coming through the first time. So always neat to find something like this. Really kind of brings to home that people lived here and they worked here and they were making their food here, and so that's great to see. So yeah, these were all these that were along here, man. There were probably several families living here together in these dwellings. Very neat, very cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along for the exploration today. We got to see some pretty good dwellings and uh, just some really neat things while we were out. Beautiful day, and look at that. Look where we are, man. Just doesn't get better than this. So, hey, if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. And we'll see you on the next adventure. Thanks for watching. As we get close to the top, um, we'll see more. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Woof, just about stepped on him. Check that sucker out. Somebody asked me in the comments if I ever run into snakes. And yes, I do. And there he is right there. Boy, he's long. All right, we'll give him a little bit of space and keep going on our way. This is why you gotta be on your toes out here all times. Just to give you a sense of how long he is, man, he's pretty good size. All right, let's leave him alone.